Education is the movement from darkness to light. The aim of education is the knowledge, not of facts, but of values. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Education is a continual process, it's like a bicycle. If you don't pedal, you don't go forward. Always walk through life as if you have something new to learn, and you will. Learning is not attained by chance, it must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence. Education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. Only the educated are free. Despise school and remain a fool. They cannot stop me. I will get my education, if it is in the home, school, or any place. A child without education is like a bird without wings. The more that you read, the more things you will know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Education would be much more effective if its purpose was to ensure that by the time they leave school every boy and girl should know how much they do not know, and be imbued with a lifelong desire to know it. Education is the key that unlocks the golden door to freedom. Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one. A mind, stretched by new ideas, may never return to its original dimensions. The best education is not given to students, it is drawn out of them. The aim of education should be to teach us rather how to think, than what to think, rather to improve our minds, so as to enable us to think for ourselves, than to load the memory with thoughts of other men. You aren't learning anything when you're talking. Being a student is easy. Learning requires actual work. Education isn't how much you have committed to memory or even how much you know. It's being able to differentiate between what you know and what you don't. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. The mind once enlightened cannot again become dark. To me, education is a leading out of what is already there in the pupil's soul. The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. Don't make up your mind. Knowing is the end of learning. Early childhood education is the key to the betterment of society. A child miseducated is a child lost. To reach real peace in the world, we will have to begin with the children. Children learn as they play. Most importantly, in play, children learn how to learn. The important thing is not so much that every child should be taught, as that every child should be given the wish to learn. The more that you read, the more things you will know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Truly wonderful the mind of a child is. From the poorest of countries to the richest of nations, education is the key to moving forward in any society. The ability to read, write, and analyze, the confidence to stand up and demand justice and equality, the qualifications and connections to get your foot in the door and take your seat at the table, all of that starts with education. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. The principal goal of education in schools should be creating men and women who are capable of doing new things, not simply repeating what other generations have done. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge.